Hello, and welcome to the Ledco division of graphic laminating, Educator 25-inch school laminator instructional video. This video was designed to give you a step-by-step guide to the function, setup, and operation of your new Ledco Educator Laminator. This video, as well as any instructional materials for the entire Ledco product line, is to be used in conjunction with your respective owner's operator's manuals to ensure years of problem-free operation. Unpacking and inventory. Except for the supply roll mandrels and feed tray, the laminator is assembled at the factory. Upon arrival, inspect the unit immediately and thoroughly using the packing list that accompanies the shipment. Note the owner's manual and documentation, the instructional video, the removable AC power cord, and the zippy cutter packed in the box behind the laminator. Please follow steps detailed in the owner's manual to correct any problem with your shipment. Unpack your laminator by first removing the foam inserts that secure the two supply roll mandrels and remove the mandrels. Then remove the feed tray from its place in the packing. It is advisable to enlist the help of another person to lift the unit out of the box. Grasp the laminator by the upper stabilizer bar and the outside foam packing on both sides and gently remove it from the box and set it on a level work surface. Remove the foam end caps. Save the packing and box in the unlikely event that the machine ever needs to be sent back to the factory or a dealer for service. Components and controls. We will now identify major components and operating controls. Refer to them as you study the installation, operating, and maintenance procedures described in this video. Located at the top front of the machine is the safety shield. Remove the protective film as shown here. Below the safety shield is the feed tray. And here we have the top and bottom supply roll mandrels. And located in the center of the mandrels are the core grippers. Here we have the upper stabilizer bar. The upper heat shoe and the lower heat shoe. And located here below the bottom heat shoe is the bottom idler bar. Located here behind the front heat shoes and here within the rear wraparound guard are the laminating and pull rollers respectively. Here we have the top film supply roll and the bottom film supply roll. Located at the end of each supply roll mandrel are the tension control knobs. Located at the left side of the feed tray is the positionable feed guide. Located here on the right side housing are the heat knob and dial. And here we have the drive, forward, reverse switch, and the heat power switch. Located here at the back of the machine are the 1.5 amp drive system fuse and the 3 amp heat fuse. In the event of a suspected blown fuse, please call your dealer or Ledco for replacement instructions. Before we proceed to the setup and operation of your laminator, please follow all safety precautions as detailed in the owner's manual, as well as any and all warning labels, decals, or placards on the machine itself. Setup and operation. With the laminator on an unobstructed level surface, perform the following checks before threading the machine with film. After removing all packing straps, rubber bands, tape, and plastic ties from the machine, remove the protective paper from the safety shield. Turn the heat power switch to the off position and move the drive switch to the middle off position. Take the removable power cord and first insert it into the rear of the machine, as shown here. Be sure it is securely pushed into the receptacle. Plug the machine into a working outlet of at least 15 amps. This will illuminate the power indicator light, as shown here. Plugging the machine in does not power any control unless a switch has been left on. Turn the heat power switch to the on position. The heat indicator lamp and the heat switch will come on. It will stay on until the machine has reached set temperature. With the heat switch on and the heat indicating light illuminated, turn the drive switch to the forward position. The pull rollers and the laminating rollers should rotate. The fan will operate while the drive motor is on. Turn the drive switch to the off position. Turn the heat power switch to the off position, and unless you are going to proceed with threading and laminating, unplug the machine. Threading the laminator. Now remove the feed tray. The supply roll mandrels are now ready to accept loading of the film rolls, wound with the polyester shiny side out. As our supply roll mandrels are universal, there is no designated top or bottom supply roll. The tension control knobs should be positioned on the right. Slide a roll of film onto the top supply roll mandrel, turning the roll slightly to slide the gripper inside the core. Center the roll. Make sure the dull side of the film is facing up and the shiny side is facing the heat shoes during threading. With the roll aligned on the mandrel, place it in the top bracket. Place the left side of the shaft in its slot first, then place the right side of the shaft in its slot, turning as needed. Now load the bottom supply roll mandrel in similar fashion, again making sure that the shiny side of the film is facing the heat shoe. Always refer to the threading diagram in section 5-3 in your owner's manual if you have any questions. The top web of film should run under the silver stabilizer bar and over the front of the top heat shoe. Remember, the shiny side of the film must always go against the shoe. The dull, adhesive side must face away from the shoe. Now, with the bottom roll of film centered on the mandrel and the shiny side facing down, run the film under the bottom idler bar and pull towards you as shown here. Caution! Never let the dull side of the film come in contact with the heat shoe when it is hot, as it will stick to the shoe and will leave a nearly irremovable molten adhesive buildup that could cause bigger problems later. Always remember, shiny side goes against the shoes. Now plug the machine in, turn the machine on, and set the heat to the desired temperature. With both rolls threaded and installed in their respective brackets, unwind enough film from the top roll to reach the bottom of the bottom heat shoe. Next, unwind enough film from the bottom roll to reach the top of the top heat shoe, draping the film from the bottom roll against the film from the top roll on the top shoe. If you are threading the machine while it is cold, use tape to stick the bottom web against the top web. Tip the safety shield back into laminating position. With the film draped over the two heat shoes, push one edge of the threading card between the heat shoes so that the film is firmly positioned against the laminating rollers. If a threading card is not available, any piece of cardstock or poster board will work. Making sure there is still enough slack in the web, turn the drive switch to forward, permitting the film and feed board to pass through both sets of rollers. Carefully monitor initial threading to be sure the web reaches and passes through the pull-back rollers. When the threading card has cleared the back of the machine, move the drive switch to the center or off position. Whenever you want to remove the film and/or laminated material from the back of the machine, use the zippy cutting tool provided with the Laminator. Slide the feed tray into position and you are ready to laminate. Film tension adjustments can be made at this time, and we will cover that in the next section. Laminating. Turn the heat power switch to on. The heat light will come on. The laminator will be ready to operate in about 10 minutes. The heat indicating light will turn off when the machine has reached the correct temperature. Allow about 20 minutes for warm-up the first few times the machine is used. Warning: never permit the temperature to exceed 310 degrees Fahrenheit while film is threaded and the laminator is not running. The film could disintegrate and require cleaning and rethreading of the machine. When it is necessary to laminate at temperatures in excess of 310 degrees, such as for poster board or when using 1.5 mm film, pull some excess film from the supply rolls to provide slack so the film is not tight against the heat shoes while the machine is heating. This will keep the film from melting when the laminator is not advancing film. Position the feed guide for the work to be performed. Adjust by loosening the black knob, sliding the guide to the desired position, and then tightening the knob. Once the machine has come up to temperature, as indicated by the heat indicating light going out for the first time, you are ready to laminate. Check the heat setting dial to make sure the machine is set at the right temperature for the film you are using. Making sure that the safety shield is in the operating position, move the drive switch to the forward position. Film will begin to pass through the laminating rollers. Once you start the film, watch as the film passes over the heat shoes to let wrinkling disappear before inserting material to be laminated. Then slide items over the feed tray, positioning them against the guide and into the laminating rollers. Examine the film as it passes over the heat shoes and exits the machine. If bubbles or wrinkles appear in the film, this means there is not enough tension to draw the film tight and smooth over the heat shoes. Turn the tension controls clockwise to increase the tension. Remember to turn both the top and bottom tension control knobs approximately the same amount to keep tension the same on top and bottom rolls. If the film curls up or down after it leaves the machine, there is either too much tension on the top or bottom. If it curls up, there is too much tension on the top or not enough tension on the bottom. And if it curls down, there is too much tension on the bottom and maybe not enough on the top. Adjust accordingly. If the tension appears to be balanced, but you notice waves or ripples towards the center of the web of film as it comes out of the back, the temperature may be too high. These waves in the film are called heat wrinkles. This is a good indication that the heat setting is too high. Lower the heat setting to the minimal amount needed to provide for good adhesion. To determine how well your laminated piece has adhered, we will perform what is known as the X test. Take a razor knife and score the top of the laminated piece in an X pattern. Lift the edge and pull back. If you lift ink and paper fibers as you pull back, you have a good bond. If you pull back the laminate with no resistance or without lifting ink or fibers, the lamination is not good. More heat may be required to get an acceptable bond. Note, it is possible that variances from recommended temperature settings may be necessary due to material thickness, ambient temperature, humidity, or the quality or thickness of the material being laminated. Please refer to the recommended temperature settings in the manual as a good starting point. Cleaning and maintenance. During normal use, excess adhesive from the film will often cling to the heat shoes, especially near the edges. Film coating powders can also build up on the shoes and will tend to increase friction between the film and the shoes. This type of buildup may not be visible, and it may adversely affect lamination in a number of ways. Film squealing loudly as it passes over the shoe can sometimes be a symptom of this problem. Turn off and unplug the machine. Using a clean, soft, dry cloth, gently rub the adhesive or other contaminants off the shoes. Never use any abrasive material or rub too hard on the shoes because you may remove the Teflon coating. You may dampen your cleaning cloth with soapy water or a mild water-based cleaning solution, but make sure you carefully insulate your hands from possible steam burns. The steam formed when water hits the hot surface can penetrate both the cleaning cloth and your gloves. Cleaning the rubber rollers. Both the laminating rollers and the pull rollers need regular cleaning. Collectively, these are referred to as the rubber rollers. To clean the laminating rollers, first use the reverse switch to slightly reposition the laminating rollers so that you can clean the entire surface of each roller by sections. The reverse switch is a momentary switch. The rollers will stop as soon as you take your finger off the button. Don't try to clean the rollers while they are turning. Never operate the rollers with your hands near the nip. Turn off and unplug the machine. To most effectively clean your rubber rollers, we strongly suggest using our Cool Clean X241 cleaning solution. Your X241 cleaning solution is designed specifically for cleaning your rubber laminating rollers. Make sure your laminating rolls are cold, not heated. Caution: the laminator should be unplugged when using the X241 cleaner. Apply the X241 cleaning solution to a kitchen sponge with a mildly abrasive pad and rub gently to loosen heavy deposits of adhesive. Use a soft cleaning cloth to remove the remainder of adhesive and dirt from the rolls. Repeat as shown here to clean the rear pull rollers. Use the forward-reverse jog switch to reposition the rolls, and always remember to unplug the machine when cleaning. Your Cool Clean X241 cleaning solution is available exclusively through Graphic Laminating, Ledco, or your dealer. As there are no user serviceable parts inside the machine, please refer internal maintenance to your qualified dealer or call Ledco at 1-800-937-9697 for more in-depth assistance. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We hope it was entertaining as well as informative. With a little practice, and by referring often to your owner's operator's manual and this video, you can fully utilize the capabilities of your Educator Laminator. Please remember, if you ever have any problems you cannot resolve with this or any other Ledco equipment, please call us at 1-800-937-9697 or visit us online at www.ledcoinc.com. Or you can call Graphic Laminating at 1-800-345-5300 or visit online at www.graphiclaminating.com. Thank you.